Oh, God. Okay, I'm really exhausted right now, because let's just say yesterday during dance practice was conditioning for an hour and a half, which is nothing new for me, because I did work out over the summer, but I'm just so sick of the whining and the complaining. Like, whatever. And also, I am almost done with midterms. I just have one more tomorrow, and the good news is it is a take-home midterm on account of my class missing 3 classes over the past few weeks. So, I don't have to worry about it too much. Plus, I believe my professor is going to email me some of the answers. There's, like, basically making a midterm study guide, which he just sent. Neat. Neat. In the form of a PDF. Nice. So, yeah. I'm just really exhausted and my entire body is sore, so I'm like trying to get my brain going. Especially because this next episode is one I really, really enjoy. So, let's get right into it. We're about to watch the Saddle Row Review. And away we go. So this episode starts off with most of the main 6 rushing in the Carousel Boutique because Rarity opened up her shop in Manhattan and there was an article printed about it.
I have an idea. How about we do...
Jesus.
What she means is, before you read it, you should probably tell you about... No, darling. Please, no spoilers. But not spoilers.
And with that, a meme was born. But let's be honest, that's pretty much the reaction when a movie or an episode of a show comes out and you don't want it to be spoiled until you watch it yourself. Well, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have an internet meme. Oh, and speaking of spoilers, as of this video, this upcoming Saturday is the finale of Season 9 of Friendship is Magic. And in terms of watching Season 9, I have only watched up to Episode 16, so I still have some catching up to do. So, as Rarity said, no spoilers! So this episode... So, after we fast forward through the theme, this episode actually takes in a different direction and basically has a bit of a framing device, but it actually kind of works, because basically the episode takes place in the form of a flashback, as well as a cutaway, as Rarity is being interviewed by, as many people pointed out, Jane Jonah Jameson Pony.
You successfully opened a shop in Manehatten, and that's no mean feat. Most ponies might wonder what it feels like. Here's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna interview you and your friends so I can paint a picture of how it all came together.
A word picture, mind you, not an actual picture.
Any questions?
Well, my question is, have you discovered that Peter Parker is Spider-Man?
Well, I was wondering...
Let's get started. Miss Rarity, you got shops all over Equestria, but this was your first time trying to make it in the big city. What made you think you could tackle it on your own?
Well, first off, she has shops all over Equestria. If we're counting the one in Manhattan, she also has the one in Ponyville and Canterlot, so that's only 3.
Well, I wouldn't say all over Equestria. I just have 2 other boutiques. One in my hometown of Ponyville, and one in Canterlot. Still, when I decided to open this one, I was nothing but confident.
No. And like I said, they basically do cutaways where we basically get interviews for all the main 6, so it is nice to hear everybody's different perspectives. So basically it's a combination of a flashback and a different point of view. New kind of story, which I actually really like.
Well, it wasn't the funnest party ever.
It was a plum-puckered, pig-pushing disaster.
After a lifetime of awesome, I think every pony's allowed to mess up every now and then, right?
Considering that we had to learn that from you about 2 episodes ago, I think you've at least learned a little bit of humility, Rainbow Dashy.
Wait, are you writing this down? It didn't go exactly how we thought it would, but it started out all right.
So like I said, this basically cuts to a flashback where basically they go to the new shop that obviously was found in the gift of the Mod Pie. So obviously Pinky has already seen it, and obviously they need a bit of TLC.
Are you sure you'll be ready to open tonight? Pinky spent over a near mother's amount of preparation. My clothes arrived soon, my sales associate after that, and with a little deciding, we'll be ready for the grand opening tonight.
Rarity!
But of course, obviously, just like in life, things won't go as smoothly. As for starters, Rarity's landowner, I'm surprised that she is able to find a landowner, who is also Russian, by the way, comes in to
see you. Your store is going to be a very good place, I think.
Mr. Stripes owns the building. He's a very pleasant landlord. Although he can be pushy at times. Okay, all the time.
You've met my daughter? The apple of my ear, the hay in my hoof. You will let her work with you.
So, yes, basically, the landowner's daughter, who some people have pointed out is basically a reminder of Darla from Finding Nemo, basically the landowner asks Rarity to work for her.
It's just as dreadfully busy preparing for tonight's grand opening, as you can see.
There are only two things I love more than being pushy. One is my daughter. The other is miniature doll furniture.
Kind of makes you wonder where exactly does he buy them.
And I would sell my entire mini furniture collection to make my daughter happy. You understand?
I'm sorry. I just don't think it's going to be possible.
Let me say another way. Hire her or I raise rent until you can afford.
In Soviet Russia, evil catchphrases say you. So yes, I don't know if landowners can do this, but they basically blackmail Rarity to raise the rent. I mean, to be fair, I think I know that landowners, because I know from watching Rent that they ask for the rent, but I don't think landowners can raise them. So to be honest, I think Pushy's kind of touching it. He's kind of a mafia douchebag. Just saying.
It's that close! Wake up, pull in the dark, kid! What the... I've been pulling in the dark! Golly, what a splendid idea! Glow in the dark kid! What was she thinking?
Well, obviously if she couldn't say that, but then again, I'm sure that's pretty much how everyone's reaction is when they come across a bit of a... kind of when somebody brings up an idea that doesn't sound good, but you're forced to say it's a good idea. So things don't really go much better when Rarity discovers that there's a family of raccoons living behind.
Making too much noise eating garbage, so as Mother made them move out of the trash can. Then Smokey Jr. found a nice hole in the closet behind the building. And Mr. Stripes demolished it so they were temporarily camped out in the back until they found a new place to live.
I just really like how while Fluttershy is talking, literally the family of raccoons is having dinner with them. I'm really kind of surprised nobody at the restaurant's questioning, wait, why is that pony sitting with a family of raccoons? I'm surprised that nobody in the restaurant called an exterminator on them.
No. I can't have a family of rubbish-scented raccoons living in my boutique.
And things don't get much better when basically there was a party going on upstairs, and obviously Rarity can't get in, and because...
It's far too loud. I realize that makes me sound like an old mare.
Well, I would say far too loud in terms of, they do mention DJ Pone 3, who basically holds the party. I really wouldn't say that being too loud was the problem. I mean, granted, if they were blasting Selfie by the Chainsmoker, I would have wanted to gouge my ears out with a toothpick. But then again, and it would probably be either that, or if it was just an annoying rap song that just said the N-word and the F-word multiple times, or if it was just another, I'm a dumb guy who gets laid a lot, let me sing about it.
But this is business!
And the sweep, sweep, sweep song on the Twilight Says, somebody actually did a remix on that. Like, I literally just found that out like a few minutes ago. So that goes to show how catchy the song is. But then again, it's better than what Kanye West put it out last year.
Only Twilight could make a dance remix about sweeping. I mean, how lame is that?
Yeah, it wasn't even catchy.
Nope.
Boom. Yeah, not catchy at all. But it's actually very, very catchy. Then again, it's certainly better than Gucci Gang, which, by the way, I don't know what that... By the way, I don't even know what the word Gucci means. And again, the artist was an idiot who was probably smoking too much and just came up with the word on the spot and not giving it its own definition.
Apparently, DJ Tony 3 has a residency at the party palace upstairs. The security won't let me speak to her. But what in the name of Celestia was that? You know how most stores have a little jingle bell when the door opens? I thought we should have something with a little more to that. So I installed one of Daddy's antique horns.
And obviously, because your dad loves you, he was obviously okay with you taking it. But then again, obviously taking the horn would probably be the equivalent of having a clown in your business.
We'll have to do something about that.
Well, the good news is at least she didn't keep doing it. It was pretty much the equivalent of just watching DW slam the door over and over again, saying that she's not going to sleep.
I'm trying to think of a way to quiet down that music. And after I finish designing the window display...
Rarity's clothes do finally arrive, but they're completely disorganized, and so does Coco and Mel, who unfortunately isn't in the rest of the episode because she ended up getting sick. So, yeah, that was nice to see Coco and Mel again for about a good minute. So, yeah, as you can probably tell, Rarity is on the verge of insanity right now. Yeah, she's gonna do fine. So, needless to say, Rarity is in another of a dramatic meltdown.
Opening a store in Manehatten is a pretty big deal. It's natural that Rarity would be a little stressed about how it was going, since it wasn't going well. Still, I think she handled it all right. Don't, I tell you!
Yeah, she's handling it really well. So, obviously being the friends they are, and not actually trying to act selfishly this time around, Rarity asks the main six eggs for help to take care of the different things, while Rarity tries to set up the display.
Before you know it, you're locked in a room with 50 Pinkie Pies watching paint dry.
And there actually is a Pinkie sitting behind the table in that scene. Kind of makes you wonder how long that Pinkie's been living under there. So I'm really surprised that actually Twilight missed one. But then again, the watering hole of the mirror pond has already been shut up, so there's no way to send her back now.
We can do this.
Honestly, I think this is what I like about the episode a lot, is that aside from the smooth pacing with the different perspectives as well as the flashback, I honestly like a lot of the callbacks in this episode, and it's really neat to watch.
And we can stay.
So obviously, the main six step in to basically help out with all Rarity's problems while she handles the mirror display. Basically, what they do is that Rainbow Dash is in charge of finding the new designers. Applejack has to tell the landowner's daughter about her ideas. Pinkie Pie has to go deal with the party. Fluttershy has to take care of the raccoons, and Twilight has to organize the clothes that was delivered.
No! I sounded just like her. Hey, you're not writing this down, are you?
Well, you do hear pencil scribbles, Rainbow, so yeah, he is.
Now, look into window display.
80s ponies. to be honest, when I first watched this episode, I thought the pony that was in the foreground dancing, I honestly thought that was Pinkie Pie. I'm actually being honest. And we get the classic devil angel scenario.
Really? Indubitably. And as for the roof, get jiggy. Raise it, Pinky. Raise it like you've never raised it before. Did you see that? Oh, raise it, Pinkie Pie. Never in a million years would I say such balderdash.
I really was just gonna... Don't do Jiggy! I literally invented Jiggy! Well, to be fair, at least you didn't say Wiki Wiki Wild Wild West. So, I think you pretty much know where this is going. Basically, the main six have to get the idea of basically what Rarity would initially do upon sight of first reaction. So, basically, Pinkie Pie puts on the Duck Duck song to calm the party down. And again, I guess maybe if they would have played Watch Me, they'd probably shut the party down too. And Rainbow Dash has to decide on...
And to me, that is the fact. Now, before we begin, am I doing this right? What would Rarity want? New plan. Who should be the first one to tell me what fashion is?
Yes. They're all fashion designers. I think maybe the better way you would have probably pulled the challenge out from Project Runway. They could have been able to figure that out more instantly. So as you could probably tell, Rainbow Dash really isn't an expert on, well, designing.
Yeah. Fabric? Bingo! Not in this store. Not anymore.
Oh, no?
Sure, Chief. Spoon clothes. All our clothes will be made of spoons.
Well, then here's the problem with that. How will we stay warm in the winter? How would spoons be fashionable? Well, where would the warmth be when the winter comes? Do you understand what I'm talking about when basically you're in a group of people and one person comes up with an idea that you really just don't like and you want to tell them that, but you have to be nice just for the sake of people? That's basically the whole thing in a nutshell.
What would Rarity want? You know, I like you, Plant Straps. If it were up to me, we'd have a spoon clothes store right next to Stinky Bottom and Discount Hat for you.
Only Applejack would like that idea, but then again, I probably...
Up to me. So, the answer is no. Personally, I think spoon clothes ain't such a bad idea. Useful, too. Eating soup, stirring gumbo, digging little holes.
Yeah.
There.
And obviously, finally, with Twilight and her organizing, things don't go well. And Fluttershy basically, well, has to tell the raccoons to leave, and they get pissed.
Now walk inside and experience the glory that is my boutique. I don't know which one of you to hire. Just keep getting better. Steady, very friends like my ideas.
Spoon clothes is a good idea.
Well, it's Rarity's friends, but it's Rarity's store. She's the boss. Honestly, I'm surprised that Applejack didn't stand up to the boss, basically, landowner basically saying, well, it's not my store, it's Rarity's store. If you have a problem with it, take it up with her, not me.
Oh no, not shopping music mashup.
So yeah, just like in life, things aren't going too well right now. So in slow motion, Twilight locks the door.
Well, shouldn't let this time go to waste. How did this happen? I shut down the party.
I don't Plant Straps know.
I asked the raccoons to leave. I asked a lot of fabric questions. Just like I thought Rarity would want. Rarity asked us to help her with
So yeah, basically, I think this is what the lesson is that basically, even if your friends do what they want from their own way, they basically trust you for how you handle things your way, and basically, that's what ends up happening. Basically, Fluttershy says the raccoons can stay for a special price. Pinkie Pie asks Vinyl Scratch to basically do a special gig. Rainbow Dash asks the fashion designers to run a race.
It's a race! Go!
Twilight manages to handle the organizing, and Applejack basically is open on so that the landowner, who should probably give Rarity an apology sometime soon because he's kind of a dick. So by the time night rolls around, the door opens up as Rarity is amazed with the shop being so beautiful. And I honestly like the design of the store too.
Whole place organized by style, cross-referenced by size, and reverse indexed by fabric. She'll be able to find anything in 3 seconds flat. It was some of my best work.
I really just like the look that Twilight gives. It's almost like that she's just smiling. I'm surprised that she isn't flirting with J. Jonah Jameson Pony.
I knew I could count on you. Right. This is the moment of truth.
So yeah, the design of the store is basically, well, everybody is lined up.
Hello. My name's Blue Bobbin. I'll be your personal shopping assistant this evening. Right this way, everybody. And one of our talented sales ponies can help you out. Honestly, they were all pretty slow, but they finished the race. Plus, they knew a lot more about fabric than I did.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, I hired them all.
Then again, I think Rarity would have probably done the same thing. I mean, even with what Rainbow Dash did initially, I'm pretty sure Rarity would have just hired all of them, to be honest. And the special gig, it turns out, is that Pinkie Pie asked Vinyl Scratch to basically host the music.
The way I see it, Rarity designs fashion, DJ Pose 3 designs beats. What better combination than a boutique dance club?
I really just like how once Pinkie sees the bill, she just gives it over to J. Jonah Jameson Pony, like, yeah, I'm not paying for that. That kind of makes me wonder, with all the food that everybody's been eating, I was actually kind of wondering who would probably pay for all that. And we also see that Rarity sees that the family of raccoons staying. Fluttershy actually asks them to basically be like waiters. And we even see that the raccoons are dressed up in these nice little tuxedos.
After a quick bath, you were more than willing to help.
A blue corn reduction with shallot confit. But how can I possibly enjoy it without a...
And it turns out that at Plaid Stripes Ideas for Spoon, not entirely on all clothes, but rather the equivalent of being, well, Wolverine from the X-Men. Basically using the...
Told you spoon clothes ain't such a bad idea.
Kind of makes you wonder why Applejack wasn't using it to eat her pie.
Exquisite. This is the most whimsical and wonderfully fashionable boutique I've ever seen.
In the end, Rarity's grand opening was a smashing success. Truly got off to a rocky start, but somehow Ragtag Group of ne'er-do-well, that's what I think you mean too, came together and created the perfect boutique, a vision of Rarity, combined with the expertise of her friends. This reporter, for one, is a believer. Why didn't you tell me there were so many problems? We all figured you had enough on your mind.
And we didn't want you to think that the opening wasn't perfect.
Ne'er-do-wells or not, I know I can always count on all of you. Nothing is more perfect than that.
And that was just a sweet ending. again, that was... Oh. Okay, so... Weird ending aside on Black Stripes, that was the Sour review, and honestly, there really isn't too much to say about it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really like how they combined the different point of view stories as well as the flashback style of orientation. It just kind of goes to show that when you're starting a business, things can get a bit rocky, and when you initially start things out, it generally won't go well. But if you ask help for the right people and do it in your own way, it can actually turn into something amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed the comedy of this episode, with a lot of the callbacks. The dialogue was just relatively funny. And a lot of the problems can be related to the real world, and it was just honestly a thoroughly enjoyable episode that honestly there really isn't too much to say. I think this is just one of those episodes where if you just turn it off, turn your brain off, and you'll just thoroughly enjoy it and think about just how much joy you can get out of it. So the different points of view, the great timing of the comedy, the animation was stunning, and the moral was also pretty nice, basically telling you that even if a friend is struggling, you can help by solve your problems in your own way and not what they initially asked for. And it's definitely a good takeoff to see Rarity's business in Manehatten go pretty far. So, honestly, even despite some annoyances and nitpicks that I gave at the episode, there isn't really too many negative things I can really think of. Honestly, I dare say, I think this might be my favorite episode of the season so far. So, overall, I think the Sour World review is honestly an A+. Despite some annoyances, there really isn't any negatives I can honestly think about this episode. And I just thoroughly enjoyed it from beginning to end. So yeah, the Sour World review is an A+. Alright, so next time we'll be looking at Applejack's Day Off. Son of a... Okay, so I'll see you guys in that episode. I am not looking forward to it. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.